That's right. What's going on, DLH Nation?
Alright, it's Aaron Morstead, Dumb Luck Hunter Outdoors, and yes, this year we are making a lot of new changes. And you see me looking at different angles? That's right, because to start this year off, check it out.
Not the mess behind it, but you see the big camera right there. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a new toy. And so,
like I said, we got us a new toy, and we're working on it right now. I'm getting used to the volume and all that stuff. We are, however, going to have to get a new lens for it, because it only came with the short lens, and we need to go with the bigger lens for a lot of reasons, you know. Also, we need to go external mic, because the mic on this camera, however, is not very good. So, but anyway, so check it out, guys. 2020. It's been a year of crap for a lot of us. We started the year off.
So, like I said, we got us a new toy, and we're working on it right now. I'm getting used to the volume and all that stuff. We are, however, going to have to get a new lens for it, because it only came with the short lens, and we need to go with the bigger lens for a lot of reasons, you know. Also, we need to go external mic, because the mic on this camera, however, is not very good. So, but anyway, so check it out, guys. 2020. It's been a year of crap for a lot of us.
We started the year off not finishing the school year, which sucked. So then on top of that, we got all this other issues going on, and then I get injured again. I jacked my shoulder up, and so it ended up working out actually really good, and I had to learn how to bite the bullet and just stop being a big-headed fool, because I'm 45 years old, but yet my doctor says I've got the physical body of a 65-year-old man, because football destroyed it. It did. So anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at my equipment, my setup for this year, for the 2020 year. It's new beginnings. That's how I'm choosing to look at 2020 this year. Is we're learning all new things, guys. We've done YouTube channels for the school. We've done all kinds of stuff like that. I looked at it as an opportunity to grow and better myself, and that's how we need to look at things, is be positive. And there's so much negative crap going on right now. Let's move forward. So here we go. Stay tuned. We're going to start breaking this stuff down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, there it is, the new setup. Check it out. We're going to break it out, break it down for you. Do a zoom there and zoom there. Check it out. Yes, I'm kind of playing with the new camera, but that's okay. It happens.
So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, we're going to look at one of the most important things on earth, the bow. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I jacked my shoulder up again. I couldn't pull my 70-pound Hoyt Defiant back anymore. Of course, a couple months later, I was able to, but that's okay. I'd already promised a young man that I would sell him my old bow, so I did. And now I had gotten out of it and got another one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a Hoyt guy. I love my Hoyt. Please don't think anything of it. But for the price value, being a teacher, I had to go with price value. I had to take care of my family. I was not going to take out of our budget at all. And it just happened to be that the young man that bought my bow gave me enough money, plus his brother bought a bow sight from me, and it actually allowed me to buy my new bow without spending any of our money out of our account and out of our budget. So my wife was quite happy with that. So without further ado, let's check it out. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the new PSE EVO NXT 31. This is their speed bow, okay? And there are the carbon air, and there's the other ones. But believe it or not, this little dude will actually put out faster speeds than those ones. Now, I like this bow for a couple of reasons. Actually, a little more than a couple of reasons. One, it picked me. You should not pick a bow. It should pick you, which means go out, practice, shoot the thing, go to your local bow shop, make sure you find a good bow shop, because there are bow shops out there, ladies and gentlemen, that will actually charge you a setup fee for every bow you shoot. And a lot of them will do that, $30, $25-$30 per bow, which is insane. If you find a bow shop like that, get the crap out of there and go find a better one. Anyway, I go to Choctaw Archery. Haskell's awesome. Chris is awesome. And what they do is they put together a bunch of different bows for me. They set them up knowing that my shoulder was jacked up. Ladies and gentlemen, I no longer pull a heavy bow. I don't pull a 70-plus pound bow anymore. Haskell set me up with a bow that was going to allow me to hunt for a longer period of time with a bow. Now, I do have a crossbow, but that's for my kids, and I really am not ready for a crossbow yet. Just saying, not ready. So I went with this one. It's a 60-pound draw, and as you can see, the bow sight, it's the True Glow Range Rover Pro Duo. I've done some reviews on it on my Ground Roots Outdoors channel. Guys, I love the thing. I love my Trophy Ridge 5-pin fixed 5-pin bow sight, but guys, my eyes are getting to a point where they're clouding up and stuff because I'm getting older. I mean, that just happens. And so I went with this guy, this bow sight right here, and I like it. So that's the bow. It's a 60-pound draw max bow, and it has a 90% let off, which means when you draw that thing back, you are holding the weight of the bow, which is insane. And this bow weighs 4.2 pounds, and actually you're holding an extra like 2 pounds. So it's actually you're holding 6 pounds on the draw. And so this thing is quiet. That's why you don't see any string dampeners or anything on there. I've already treated the strings with the Scorpion Venom string products. And yeah, so this dude's ready to go. Oh, the QAD arrow rest. Got a QAD. Woo! I don't know if you can see that. QAD. I like QAD. So there's that. Stay tuned. All right. Now, the cool thing is about this bow, guys, is here, I'll show you. It has 2 spots for a arrow for stabilizers. There's this one here, which is the standard hole, and then there's the lower hole. They're the only bow that does this. Only bow that does the 2, okay? And that's another thing that I liked about the PSE is you move that stabilizer down to that lower spot, and it actually will stabilize your bow front and back, but it also stabilizes it right to left. And so you see that on there, that stabilizer thing that I had on there, and I'll show you what that is. It's the Trophy Ridge Hitman, and it's got a quick release. See? And so it's a quick release. That way you don't have to worry about it. You can just pop it on, pop it off, and get going. Now I'm going to tell you guys, this bow is stable enough that you really honestly don't need this thing. But, you know, it is what it is. So, I'm going with my tried and true the True Ball 4-finger fang. I love the 4-finger fang. I can't complain about it. I mean, this thing has been tried and true. It works every time. I like the feel of it. That's why I went with it. Also, last year, guys, it was not the broadheads, and I got pissed, and I did some videos on them on mechanical broadheads. It's my fault, not the bow, not the broadhead. It was this right here, the Halo XL 450 with angle compensator, ladies and gentlemen. Angle compensator. What that means is you can be in a tree stand in a ground blind, and it will tell you if you're got an elevated shot or a declining shot. My old rangefinder, the angle compensator on it was jacked up, and I didn't know about it because I guess I dropped it or something like that and messed it up. And so now I had to go out and spend the money on it and spend $100 on a brand new rangefinder. So that sucked. However, come to find out, I screwed up royally. So it wasn't the broadhead's fault. It was mine. And that was my own fault. So speaking of broadheads, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually moving to a mechanical, 100% mechanical broadhead this year. I have the G5 dead meat. I will shoot the G5 dead meat because it reminds me a lot of my Ramcats. Now, I'm not bailing out on my Ramcat originals, or also known as the Hydroshocks. I will always keep that in my quiver, keep at least one, because, you know, I just like them. That's all there is to it. However, G5 dead meat reminds me a lot of the Ramcat, so I'm going to go with the G5 also. This year, I'm going to go ahead and do it. That's right, Ramcat Savage. Ramcat Savage, boys, because we're about to get Savage up in here. And I've done some previous videos on the Savages. Guys, they're finally starting to come out, and a lot of the reviews are finally starting to come out on these things, and they're actually a lot better than what they've gotten credit for. So stay tuned with that one. And then last but not least, when I bought my bow, I took those two boys with me that bought my bow, and then and his little brother, because he set his bow up for his little brother, and then he set my bow up for my old bow for him. And Haskell, not only did I buy a bow, and he cut me a huge deal on the bow, threw some arrows in the mix. And so this year I will be shooting the Easton Hex. Don't know if you guys can see that or not. Easton Hex. I've got lighted knock on it, and I got the standard knock on it because I want to see which one flies better and more true. Because I want to make sure, because I like the lighted knocks, guys, but I want to make sure that my FOC forward of center is always the higher end of the weight of the arrow. I want to make sure it's shooting good. That's all there is to that. So you guys know me. I shot Victory. I like Victory VAPs, and I also shot the Beam and White Box. I like the Beam and White Box, but these things are tortures. And we're going back to what I used to call them, the old rib rockets, because we're going to blow through. We're going to torch some deer this year with it and get after it. So anyway, it's a 340 spine. Oh, 330 spine, sorry. 330 spine. It's 28 inches. I have them cut them to 28 inches because I have that Q80 allows me to have an overrest, which gives me a little bit more speed on the arrow when you cut them down a little bit. Standard fletching, standard boning blazer vanes. Can't go wrong with them. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna rock and roll it, and that's my setup for the year. You guys, hopefully you enjoy, and get ready because I'm gonna start doing some videos about the PSE and the EVO, and let's see what happens. So if you like what you see, hit your thumbs up. If you like what you see and you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and the little bell for notifications. That way you get all my crazy videos. Love you guys. Peace. Be happy. Live well. See you next time.